All right, so we have our 2 pinch pots that we want to put together to make our rattle. And how we put these together to make a whole shape is by scoring and slipping. You're going to need a cup of water. You're going to need your scoring tool. This is actually half the size of a scoring tool. You can use this one. There's also the one that looks like a little rake. You can use that one as well. All right, so your pinch pots should not be too damp. You can dry them out with a hairdryer a little bit if they're too damp on the inside. Mine are just about right. What I can do also is take a little bit of paper towel and lay it on the inside. Do a little bit on each. And then I'm going to take my beads, my 30 beads that I made, and I'm going to drop them along the inside. It's really smart to leave these beads out for a day and let them dry up. But for video purposes, I'm just putting in my beads that are still kind of damp. Okay, so this is what you see. You're going to take your scoring tool and you're going to scrape up the outer edges of both sides. So see how much I marked up that surface? That's marked up pretty well. And I'm going to scratch multiple directions. Okay, so they're both scratched pretty well. And then I'm going to take a little bit of water, just a little bit, and dab it on the edge where I scored. Just a little bit. And then I line them up, put one on top of the other, get all my edges to line up. Okay, and then I give it a little bit of a squeeze shut. I don't want to ruin it and squeeze it too hard, but I'm just going to squeeze it just enough to make it stick, okay? And then what I want to do is I want to blend away the seam. So when I blend away the seam, I'm not going to use a bunch of water and push this even out of the way and go back and forth. You want to go over the seam and push that clay over that seam. You want to get rid of it completely. See how I'm making that seam disappear? So I'm pushing the clay over and filling in that gap from the seam. And go all the way around. All right, so here we go. This is our ball. It's a little bumpy. This is the part I told you about where you can smooth. All you have to do is roll it on the table. Be very careful you don't flatten it. And you're going to roll it on the table like you're making a meatball. Just keep rolling it and smoothing it. Now don't push hard on it or you'll get cracks. Okay, if you see a little bit of the seam, just try to smooth it over a little bit more. Roll it. Get it as round as possible. Or it could be oval as well. Oval's okay. Circular and oval. Those are the shapes we're looking for. There we go. And then voila. There's your rattle. You'll hear it. You'll hear the beads a little bit, but not much because it's all still kind of very damp on the inside. After we fire your rattle, you'll hear all your beads. So don't get worried that you can't hear your beads. Once the clay's hard, you'll hear them. They'll make a nice loud sound. Okay? And then from here, you're going to design what you want to make this circle into. And you can make it into anything that you want. Some people make them into food or animals, or one person made it into like a sumo wrestler. It's totally up to you what you want to make it into. Use your imagination. All right? Thank you.